So good afternoon, everyone. So I am Nabajit. I lead the sales initiatives for cargo in India. And first of all, kudos to the Exchange for Media team for organizing yet another well-curated event. Very pertinent also because programmatic is the flavor of this season because festive season is on and a lot of brands and agencies are putting a lot of monies on programmatic, so very timely as well. The topic for today that I've chosen is called The Courage to Say No, Lessons from Patagonia and Cargo's Stand Against MFA Websites. Now, I've divided my presentation into three parts. Firstly, I'll introduce you to one very famous campaign from Patagonia, which will kind of tell you how counterintuitive thinking works a lot as well. Not just following the usual trends, but something which is slightly out of the box that also impacts really well. Secondly, I'll cover a very distinct problem of programmatic, which I don't know, much is not discussed about that on stages like this. So I'll talk about that, which is MFA websites, of course. And finally, because I'm from Cargo and I think some of you might not have worked with us previously, I'll introduce Cargo's journey over the past 22 years outside of India and what we are doing in the past 2.5 years in India as well. Quickly moving to Patagonia. Patagonia, I'm sure you must have heard about the brand. Some of you must have used the brand as well. A very well-respected brand in the category itself. And they are well known in the market because of their environmental consciousness. They do a lot in terms of educating their users, educating general public about their mission about environmental activities and consciousness, etc. And they are known for spending or giving out, 1% of their sale to environmental causes across the globe. And that is a very good stand because for a corporate to give out such percentages, it's a big thing. Now, I want to focus on one campaign of Patagonia which really revolutionized marketing at that point in time, 15 years back. The campaign was called Don't Buy This Jacket. Now, it was Black Friday, so the pressure of sales was so much. All the brands were screaming that please buy my product, please take this offer or sales activities happening. But then Patagonia did the 180-degree turn. They started a campaign called Don't Buy My Jacket. If you are reckless about your shopping habits, don't buy my jacket. If you are not caring about the environment, please do not buy the jacket. And they were very blunt and brutal about this. They shared how much water is spent in preparing or making these products. They also shared what CO2 emissions are happening because of the factories and all. So they were very brutal and blunt about their campaign. And at that point in time, there was a lot of debate that should they go this route, take this route, will it hamper their sales? But what happened next? The sales increased by 30%. Their revenues the very next year increased to around $550 million. And the most important thing, they got a loyal set of audiences ever since. So a lot of people still swear by Patagonia and the clothing and the jackets and all. And that's what I think every marketer dreams of, right? You want to have such brand, buzz creation and also loyalty. Why am I talking about Patagonia and this campaign all of a sudden? What I want to kind of also have a similarity between is Cargo's mission in terms of combating MFA websites globally and in India, and how Patagonia also battled reckless spending and spoiling the environment, etc. So that is a kind of a inspiration that Cargo has taken globally from Patagonia, and hence the example in front of you today. Quickly, what are MFA websites? I'm sure a lot of you might not have heard the term before, or some of you might have heard. MFA websites are made for advertisement websites, which are not adult websites. They are not bot or fraud traffic, but they stand in the middle. I have a screenshot where I think you will understand how MFA websites work. The left-hand side is a MFA article, and on the right-hand side, it's an editorial content of one of your biggest websites or publishers. Now, what are the telltale signs to identify a MFA website? The first would be excessive ad density. As you can see on the right-hand side, you will see a lot of ads popping up. There is an article in between, of course, but then you will see ads which are popping up are not viewable, are not giving the viewability metrics, are not attention-seeking, or they are not delivering the metrics that you have set the campaign up for. For example, the CTRs, the engagement rates, the sessions, etc. Second would be clickbait content. Now this article was talking about a famous person from the, I think, 90s or somewhere, how she looks now. Now, these are the clickbaity headlines that I'm sure everyone must have seen in some news format or some content piece, right? And being humans, we want to click such articles. And when we click, we go inside and we see lots of ads popping out. And that's where a lot of marketing rupees are wasted every day on programmatic. And then, of course, low quality content, as it is obvious. And then forced navigation. These kind of articles and websites will ask you to navigate. Please click next. Please go to the next slide. And then another set of ads pop up. So these are the kind of websites which are not fraudulent. So it's not wrong, but then they eat up a lot of marketing rupees. Now, how much? This is an article from this year itself, from quarter 2, August, I think. Yes, August. And it predicts, and it states that around $26.8 billion is lost globally on programmatic inefficiencies. Now, globally, inefficiencies can mean a lot of things. In India, it definitely means MFA websites, because in India, regulations are not that tight. MFA is a huge market in itself, where people are sitting and preparing MFA websites to run campaigns on. So therefore, this is a huge number, and this is done by a research done by Association of National Advertisers, so it's a very reputed organization. Quickly, why am I talking about MFA websites today on this stage? Because festive season is on, marquee events are coming, World Cup and IPL and everything. And during these events, you will see 15 to 20% of ads going to programmatic MFA websites. That's a huge chunk. Imagine telling a marketer that 100 में से आपका 20 रुपए उधर जाएगा by default. Then it really pinches, right? So that's the reason 15 to 30 during marquee events, and in general, I think 15 to 20% is wasted on a website. Secondly, if at all you get rates which are really, it's tough to believe that you are getting so low rates, then I think the question should be, what are the kind of websites or what is the long tail of inventory where the campaigns are running? So these kind of questions we need to ask, and this is somewhere I think Cargo is doing its bit. We are battling MFA websites. We are coming to clients and agencies saying that you can trust our inventory, and we deliver the 100% MFA free inventory. And that's where I think my plugin comes, because I'm from Cargo and from the sales side. So we are one of only 2 SSPs in the world which has been certified by Analytics and Jounce both as 100% MFA free in global markets and in India as well. Quickly, I want to introduce Cargo to you guys. So around 2003, we started off as a ringtone and wallpaper company. We moved to the ads business when the world moved to the digital ads business in 2008. We became an SSP in 2016, but our SSP is invite only. So we do not have a long tail of sites and MFA websites and bot traffic, but we are only one of only very few SSPs globally, which is an invite only SSP. And then we became omni-channel, so we can run campaigns across your screens. Now, these are a very small snapshot of what kind of inventory that you get on Cargo SSP. You will see a lot of global names, a few local names, and a few regional names as well, where you can run campaigns in any language, English or regional campaigns. Quickly moving to, this is another slide which kind of authenticates how Cargo becomes, a very safe environment, is because our viewability metrics. Now in India, viewability is 50% and above is aspirational, right? 50% se upar aa gaya, acha viewability hai. But for us, it's 70% and above default. Why? I'll come in the next slide. And then in terms of brand safety, 98% plus. Attention unit. Now we have introduced Adelaide attention scores and attention study for brands and agencies in India. It's a value add that we are offering. You can understand the attention metrics driven by your campaigns also now. And Adelaide is the market leader in this, and we are introducing that to the marketeers and agencies in India. Quickly, coming to the fun part, I do not have too much time, I'll not take too much time. Coming to the fun part of Cargo. What I've spoken to you about is all about inventory, how Cargo is the only one of 2 SSPs in the world which is 100% brand safe and MFA free, and this is not I am saying, but Analytics says that. But then there's a cool part to our business as well, which are bold creatives. Now we run these creatives on our SSP on the cleanest of inventory and high attention, measurable inventory. And these are the kind of inventory or engaged campaigns which deliver the high engagement rates, will deliver high attention, high viewability, of course. And because of that, your business metrics is also delivered well. Like for example, these are few examples I've taken for display. Quickly moving to video on desktop, on CTV, we do enhanced formats. And then finally, we also give you smart targeting, because in a country like India, you need to be very careful about who the ads are served to, right? data is fine, inventory is fine, but then you need to be also careful about where the ads are, who are the users who are seeing the ad. For that, we have partnered with IBM Watson, because of which I think we are called one of the strongest contextual sites or contextual suits in the world, because IBM Watson's NLP model is one of the strongest in the world. So we are using that and we are introducing that in India as well. Apart from this, we also have partnerships with the direct publishers. We get a lot of feedback from the direct publishers in terms of the kind of audiences that they see on their sites. And then finally, we have third-party partners as well. If you want IBM Watson, we can do contextual targeting through them. But if you want DMP partnerships, we can do DMP partnerships with IOTA and all. Who, I think friends from IOTA are here already. And we can target audiences basis that as well. Now, Cargo globally does not believe in marking our own homework. So any campaign that you run with us, you get reports from third-party verified platforms only. So for example, for viewability, since our SSP itself is IAS certified, you'll get an IAS reporting by default. Secondly, for attention, as I said, we are introducing Adelaide Lumen in India for attention measurements of your campaigns. So those will be value add for any client or agency who wants to work with us. Brand Lift, we have 3 partners, one of which is Media Science as well in India. Kantar and Sint, I'm sure everyone knows. And then foot traffic, we also do, because our creatives are very engaging and are rich medias and very they pop out from the screen, right? So they deliver a lot of footfalls as well. Now footfall measurement, that is a report which comes from 2 very reputed brands in the industry, which is LifeSite and FSQ. Now that's all. If there is any question, I'm around, my team is around, we are here. If you want to engage with us, let us know, or any questions now, please do ask. Thank you.